Hello all, in this video we will learn about inheritance and polymorphism. First we will learn about the polymorphism. Actually poly means many, morphism means types. And in case of polymorphism it is of two types. First is method overloading and the another type is method overriding. First we will learn about the method overloading, then we will learn about inheritance, then we will jump to the overriding because overriding is related to the inheritance concept. Let's start with the method overloading. I have written some code just to speed up the video. Like in the last video we will learn about the class. Here I have a one class which is service class. Let's make it public. It's a public class and class name is service. Now class contains three methods and it has these methods are used to calculate the rectangle area, cube area and circle area. So method overloading is saying before that, let's say someone is using these methods. In that case that person need to memorize these three methods are there to calculate the different areas, right? But suppose if there are multiple methods are there, again the person need to understand or need to just get the name of all the methods. What polymorphism saying, instead of memorizing the multiple method name, just take some common name. Like we can take here calculate area, and based on the method overloading is saying you can take the methods with the same name. Like I have taken here, but I'm not getting any issue here because of the same name. Let's say if I am creating one bomb method here, let me create down here. So now I am getting the area because I'm getting the error because it's saying this particular method is already existing with the same parameter type. So method overloading is saying if you have the different parameters, in that case you can use the same method name for different purpose or for different functionality. Like here we are calculating the area, but we have only two parameters, that is width and length, and we are then calculating it and returning it. Then for again we have the calculating area, we have the width, length and height, but now number of parameters change. That's why we are not getting the any error. Again we have one more method, again the number of parameter is changed. Even we can have some another thing like let's say we have some method like this, but here parameter is double. Now data type of this particular parameter and data type of this particular parameter again change, although the number of parameter are same but the data type of parameter is different. Now another way maybe here, let me take some integer method here, another method here which will return some string value. Let's is returning something like this, just a hello. Now we are taking here string variable here, let's say var1. I'm not getting the error here. If I will create another method, let's say this one, if I will make it integer, I will not get any error. See, because again although method name is same but the parameter name is different, that's why I will not get any issue. Here it's string, here it's integer, not the parameter name, parameter data type is different. If I will take one more here and let's say here I'm getting error, but I will take it one more parameter. Now I will not get any issue here. I'm just copying it one more time. Now again I am getting the issue because now I have already get message with the same number of parameter as it already has, right? Now I will do one thing, I will make first parameter as string and second parameter as integer. Now again I am not getting the issue. So polymorphism method overloading part is saying we can use the method with the same name if they have the different number of parameter or they have the different order of parameter. Here the order of parameter is different. because it is integer and it is string, so order is different. That's why with the same number of parameter we can use the same method name. That is number of that is the order of parameter. Another is here we have the one parameter, but here we have the two parameters, so we can use that is the number of parameter type, right? But here we have the data type, they have the different data type, that's why we can use. So method overloading is clear. It is just we can use the same method again and again if they have the different number of parameter, they have the different data type, they have the different order. Now we will understand the concept of inheritance. Let me copy one here one method, and to speed up again I have added one parent class here. That it has a one method, that is get message, and I'm not sending anything inside the message, but I'm returning here hello from parent, right? Now inheritance is saying if I will use the child class and I am inheriting here, that is the syntax to inherit from another class. Just use the column, then parent class name here. I use the parent class name here. Now my child class does not contain anything inside it. Let me make it public, and this one also public, right? I will create the object here for child class. Let's say child. Now if I will say child dot get message is available here, although child class does not have any method here, but still I can use the method which is in the parent class using the object of child class. This is because I am inheriting my class from the parent. That's why whatever the parent has, I can use it. That is inheritance. Inheritance is not a small concept, it's a very big concept, but this is just a basic of it. Now another thing is that is overriding, but before that make sure that I just want to clear that inheritance is not a small concept, it's very big concept. I'm just using here one thing, that is child can use the properties of its parent class. But if I will use here something like this, now I am using here protector, so it means I can't use this method inside the child class. Now here in the program class I can't access this because of inaccessible due to its protection level, right? Because we can access only public variables inside the parent class using the child class object. If we want to restrict something, we can use the protected. Protected we can only use inside the there is one concept of friend function. Okay, let me change it back to public. So now we will understand the concept of override. Like here, okay, let me before that just run the application. Okay, I didn't actually print anything here. Let me take here where result now you can see here the output hello from parent. I have created the object of child, but still it method from the parent is get called. Okay, and now the polymorphism has the second type, that is the override, method override. That's saying if we have anything inside the parent class and the same name method, let's say we can use in the child class as well. Okay, let me say get message from child, hello from child. Now if I will create the reference of the parent class, For that I will use the parent on the left side, and just to avoid the confusion I will use obj here. Now I have created the reference of parent class but object of child class. When we are creating the reference, we can call all the methods from the parent class. See, if I will say get message from child is not available because it is the reference of parent class. In that case, only methods from the parent class will be available in this subject. But when I will call it, it will call the method this one. Okay. If I will see the output is hello from parent. Okay, let me stop it. Now again inside the parent, what I will do, I will make, inside the child I will copy the same method which is in the parent in the child. First I clear that when we are creating the reference, we are getting methods with the object only from the parent. Like here, when I am creating the obj dot is returning the methods which are available in parent, not from the child. Now inside the child I am using the same name, just to avoid the confusion to the compiler that this because the same method is available in the parent, I will use new. That new will say okay, this method belong to child and that belong to parent. Now let me change here as well, child, child. Now when I will call, this will call the message, get message from the parent only, not from the child. See, we are again getting the message hello from parent, but just think, might be there some sometimes we need we need to override the functionality of parent in the child. In that case we are going with the second part of polymorphism, which is the method overriding. Now here I will call the message get message, but instead of calling to the parent, it will call to the child, method from the child. Okay, so for that we are making it virtual, and now we have the, if I will call now, still it will call the method from the parent because I have not override. But if I will use here override word, in that case when I will use the same thing which I have already used inside the program class, what is the here. Now instead of calling the method from the parent, it will call from the child because I have override the functionality of the parent in the child. That is the second part of polymorphism. We call it method overriding. Now if I will see the output, it's saying hello from child. Now instead of calling the method from parent, it called this one because it's overridden. But if I will not use the overridden word, still it will call from the parent, although I have used the virtual keyword in the parent. See, hello from parent. That's all in the concept of polymorphism and inheritance. Again, inheritance and polymorphism is a big concept, especially inheritance, and we can use multi-level inheritance. We have the lot of things like sealed class here. If I will use the word with the parent class here, sealed, right, in that case I can't use anything related to inheritance. I can't inherit this particular class because child cannot derive from the sealed type parent. Whenever we want to restrict any class to be get inherited, we are using the sealed word with them. That's all in this video. Please subscribe the channel and share this video.